sit here and watch all of you trying to be funny or try to antagonize one person. I am going to say what the fuck I want to say.
What's wrong with this guy?
I'm not putting one on the boss right now. I am not. He is going to speak, he's going to speak. You are not his teacher to tell me.
This is a different space. When you walk into this family, hey, we're all kings and queens. She's always got people that are below her that adore her. So it is going to be difficult to get to a space like this. Because here, we don't care who you are.
Fantana's energy towards Zari is it's giving me a little bit of jealous.
Are you jealous now? Oh shit.
Woo! Swanky Jerry. You see, Swanky Jerry almost earned my sympathy in this particular episode, specifically with regards to his conversation with Annie, guys. Annie was just being a snake in that conversation. We're going to get to that. But back to Swanky Jerry, guys. See, I almost felt sorry for Swanky Jerry, but then in his typical fashion, in his typical attention-seeking fashion, this guy was just literally bitching around this entire episode. Yes! I mean, he has been bitching around since episode 1, but you see this particular episode 5, nah. This guy literally bundled his shame, put it aside, and was just raving like a crazy person. Guys, it was so annoying. I almost smashed my TV. I was so pissed. You that watched it, I don't know how you dealt with that, but guys, I was so disgusted, especially at the final scene. I was mad. See, and then bonang exiting the group undramatically the way she did. I don't get. What was she expecting? That they roll out a red carpet for her, or they prepare a throne for her, they prepare a table before her, and then they worship her. Like, what exactly was bonang expecting from that group? Really? Guys, see, there's a lot to talk about from this episode here, so let's just quickly get into it. And as usual, I want to urge you all to please make sure you watch till the end of this video. Do not skip. Don't skip so that you do not miss out on the juicy tea. And as usual, I want to encourage you all as well to make sure you share your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to know what you think about all the drama as they unfolded in this particular episode, okay? And officially, you are all specially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Quickly, let's get into it. This episode really got on my nerves. I mean, I found it so ridiculous that Swanky was blaming everything that happened, you know, between Louis and bonang on only Louis. According to him, both of them would have gotten along if Louis did not mess it up. And I was like, how? Please, somebody tell me how. Like, that dude is just a snake. Guys, nah. Swanky, I just feel like that guy was just a snake for even saying that. I'm like, dude, you set up Louis. You lied to bonang. You distorted the details of a conversation you people had when the guys met. And then you lied to bonang, probably to, you know, protect your territory around bonang, being friends with bonang, because you know that Louis stood a higher chance becoming bonang's favorite in that group. And so you did not want him to get too close to your friend because you are a possessive snake. And now you're coming to blame the guy for bonang's reaction? Guys, see ya. At that point in time, I really felt like carrying slippers and throwing it at Swanky through my TV screen. Yes, I know that the show is recorded already, but guys, I was livid. You know, still about that situation, Zari really gave me more reason to increase my respect for her. Yes, because out of that group, she was the only person that made a move to go have a conversation with Louis to understand his own perspective, to hear his own side of the story clearly, again, for the 100th time. And she affirmed during her confessionals that this guy was not lying, that he was actually telling the truth, because the same details he narrated at Swanky's dinner was the exact same thing he repeated to her. He had not changed any single detail of his story. In other words, bonang was the one that actually bullied the guy. And guys, in as much as I appreciated her, still, I was still kind of offended because I felt like, why is it that in this circle, when someone is bullying another person, they all just keep quiet? They all keep quiet, with the exception of Angela, of course, who stood up for Annie and himself. But the rest of them, guys, I just feel like they're all snakes, for real. Yeah, it's during the confessionals that you hear them talking and expressing their opinions, which is kind of normal for reality TV shows. But I just feel like these people, it's like they actually get a kick from either bullying people or watching others bully others. And guys, it was just too toxic. I just felt like, frankly, if you are not a toxic person, if you do not have the tendency to dish out toxicity and also receive likewise in the same measure, then you cannot survive in that group. Let's talk about Swanky and Annie's reconciliation meeting for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, see, it was so glaring that Annie was guilty of everything Swanky said she did to him. Guys, see, from her countenance, from her body language, you could tell that she was fidgeting so bad because she knew she was guilty. Yeah. And because because she did not want to take responsibility for her actions, she started to emotionally blackmail Swanky.
Disappear. And you have to get healing.
You would have been mad and tell me, and then don't speak to me for 7 months so that I know that how I hurt you and live with that guilt for 7 months. But don't leave 7 months space for people to put more fire into our house they burn.
Talking about, oh, is that why you did not talk to me for 7 months? I'm like, girl, you must have said a lot of scandalous things about this guy for him to run away from you. Instead of even at least apologizing for the things you said. Guys, Annie was denying. First of all, she said the call never happened. Second of all, she said, oh, how could Swanky have called the person that she had fired? She said that she had fired the so-called manager, so the person couldn't have taken Swanky's call. Guys, Annie was just going, like, she was giving scattered explanations, and then she was avoiding answering Swanky's direct questions. And one very important question he kept on asking her was, Annie, did we have issues before that call? Guys, it was even obvious that she did not even know that Swanky was on that call with her and a manager. So guys, it was so annoying. And you know, on my last review of episode 4, I had mentioned that Annie was just very, very manipulative. Yes, whenever she's caught in the act of doing something wrong, she will always use her marriage and marital issues as an excuse to buy sympathy, you know, to play the victim. And so that was the exact same thing she was doing with Swanky, playing the victim, blaming the guy for putting fire in their relationship, for putting fire in their house, blah, blah, blah. Then she was acting all emotional. And guys, her body language, guys, it was just so scary. I say, this woman, you're just lying, like you've lied, you've done all sorts, and then you're coming to come and act like...
I've been fighting.
Like... Guys, I was pained. I was pained even more than Swanky. You could tell that Swanky was so hurt. Yeah. Like he couldn't believe that for someone that both of them have shared so much, that she could actually stoop that low to do all that to him. Anyways, she apologized. The apology she gave was actually for, you know, playing his voice notes to the other people in the group, but then she did not really apologize for saying those nasty things about him on that phone call. So they settled. Yeah, they settled. But I love the fact that both of them said during their confessionals that the trust is gone. The trust is gone. But guys, you and I know that Annie, nah. Just as much as I strongly believe that Swanky Jerry is not that type of friend that you tell all your secrets to, I feel strongly about Annie the same way too. Annie, nah, you cannot trust her. Manipulation. In fact, I was just smelling narcissism all over Annie's behavior all through that conversation. The way she conducted that conversation, guys, you could just tell that this one, she was not just ready to take responsibility for all she said. I'm just gonna skip Nadia's tea party with Naked DJ, with Kanye and Lewis, because it just reeked of gossip. Yes. I mean, guys, this thing really pisses me off. When these cast members say, oh, they want to meet and have deep conversations, and then at the end of the day, they are gossiping about every other person in the group aside from themselves. I don't know what to make of that. Fast forward to Naked and K-Leg's polo event that they organized for everybody in the group with the exception of Diamond and Bonang, I think. Guys, I was so disappointed in Naked DJ's stance about the whole Lewis and Bonang's face off, because guys, I have always seen him as one of those neutrals in the group. Him and K-Leg and also Andili, I've always seen them as the neutrals. But then I was so disappointed when already he had not even heard the details of the drama. He was already taking Bonang's side. And you see, it makes me question the concept of loyalty with these people. For them, I just feel like their own level of loyalty is so blind. Even when the person that they are being loyal to kills someone, they still just go ahead and be loyal. And guys, I just feel like that sort of mentality is so flawed. I mean, I'm a very, very loyal person. I believe in loyalty to the core, but when loyalty becomes myopic, guys, it becomes stupidity for me, frankly speaking. Yes. So I just felt like Naked DJ already taking Bonang's side without even hearing the details of what even transpired between them, and without even knowing that Swanky actually set Louis up. Guys, I just felt like, nah, that was just completely immature of him. Yes. And then another person that just got me exhausted from that event was Fantana. Guys, girl was already coming to the event, and from her confessionals, she was already prepared for drama with Zari. And I'm like, wait though, Fantana, for a young woman who is already a thriving artist, you find yourself in such a group, instead of you to, you know, build up on your connections and look at how you can you know, grow from where you are in your music career, you're already, you know, behaving like the side chick that wants to be the main chick. You already want to start fighting with Zari. Why? Because of what Diamond told you. You already feel like, you want to put your head in there. You want to teach Zari a lesson. You want to show Zari that, oh, when it comes to Diamond, you can be in control.
I don't want to be a baby mama. I don't want no kids.
You young men are going to say whatever they want to say because they want to get their way. So for him to just run to you, oh, you know she wants to have a baby. Clearly she's being used and she can't even see it.
He's not using me. Diamond can never use me because he's not even top 5. Diamond is just part of my past.
Guys, I was so disappointed. Fantana completely sounded desperate. She sounded jealous. And you could tell that Zari was having so much fun in their banter. She was having so much fun. And you see, the rest of the crew were laughing. They were having a good time. They were enjoying the drama. And you could tell that they were just using Fantana to catch cruise. Zari too was enjoying the cruise. And as she kept on saying during her confessionals, that is my baby daddy. He's not going anywhere. He will smash, he will pass. Because he actually did the same thing to Nadia. And guys, we all know from season 1 that that is the truth. And you could also tell that Fantana had become so invested in Zari and Diamond's situation. It seems like she's actually lost focus of why she even came into the group in the first place. Except if she came, you know, solely to come and teach Zari a lesson and, you know, in quotes, steal Diamond from Zari. But guys, I wonder what else she came to do in that group. And one thing I think is worthy of mentioning is Louis's maturity in the show. Yes, I know he just joined the group in this new season, but you can tell that this guy is very, very self-aware. You could tell that this guy is extremely smart and intelligent. Now, on my last review, I was complaining about the fact that he did not confront Swanky Jerry, he did not stand up for himself against Bonang. Guys, from this particular episode, I could see that, okay, this guy is actually a gentleman to the core. This guy is well learned. This guy is well versed. This guy is exposed. Yes, and he has a mission. He knows what he wants, and he's on a mission in that group to use the connection, the newfound connection he has made with these people to his advantage. He has said it before that he is up and coming in the entertainment industry, in the events industry. He organizes events and all whatnot. So you can tell that this guy is very, very strategic about using these new connections to his advantage. And guys, I just literally respected him for it. Yes, and I loved the fact that as a gentleman, he had taken Fontana aside and had apologized again for what he had said to her at Swanky's dinner. Yes, remember, he had mentioned that, listen, he wants the world to know her as an A-list music artist and not as Diamond's side chick, which is actually true, guys. I don't know why the likes of Nadia and Bonang are just overblowing things way out of proportion, thinking that, Lewis is already creating a stereotype and trying to slush him. I'm like, no, this is society. This is what society would definitely think. For someone like Diamond, who already has different baby mamas and is also still in the market, in the streets, chasing women, any girl that goes public with Diamond again would automatically be seen as a potential baby mama, and that's a fact. And that was exactly what Lewis was trying to inform Fontana about. I also loved the way Lewis handled, Fontana's condition. She had given him a condition that, okay, fine, if you want to go on a date with me, then you have to have a conversation with Bonango because she's my very good friend. We're very, very close. And I'm like, okay, that's very, very manipulative. For someone who has already gone on a date with Diamond and only God knows if both of them are smashed already, you're now coming here to come and give Lewis a condition. And guys, I loved the fact that Lewis caught on to that manipulation. He even mentioned it during his confessionals that that is very, very manipulative, but he's going to think about it. So guys, I just love the fact that Lewis is fully aware of all the trickery that's going on in the group. But instead of him to be reacting unnecessarily, he chooses to lay back and observe. Initially, I was thinking, okay, the guy cannot survive in the group. The guy is weak, blah, blah, blah. But then I'm beginning to see now that this guy is very, very sensible, very, very strategic, and just might stay longer in the group. Now, I'm yet to see the other episodes of the show, but if I go by my own calculations, he just might stay longer in the group. Now, watching Fontana going ahead to put a call through to Diamond after the whole polo event and all the drama that had happened between herself and Zari, guys, got me shaking my head in disapproval. Because guys, see, with the way Fontana has been sounding all through the show, you would think that this girl is street smart. You would think that this girl is very, very woke. But then, watching her putting a call through to Diamond, the guy was not even picking himself. And Zari had said that the guy was actually in Tanzania. She said that the guy went on tour. So nobody even knows who is saying the truth. But Zari is very, very sure that Diamond is actually in Tanzania, right? So watching her, going ahead to send him a voice note talking about, I need us to talk. I need to ask you some questions so that we can be on the same page. A lot of the people said a lot of things about us being together. Zari this, Zari that. Guys, I'm like, girl, what do you think Diamond is going to tell you? What do you think Diamond's answers to your questions will be? Do you think Diamond will tell you that, Zari is right? No! Diamond is a man on the hunt. He's a man chasing. He wants to smash. He wants to have a good time with you. So he's going to tell you anything that will convince you to play along. Yes, he's going to tell you anything. And mind you, this is someone that has 2 kids with Zari, also has kids with someone else. So what do you think he actually said to Zari that even got them to the point of having 2 kids? What do you think he said to his other baby mamas? What do you think he's been saying to the other girls that he's been smashing? And why do you think you are going to be different? Why? And guys, this whole thing is so hilarious because this same Fontana has also given off the air of, me too, I'm for the streets. Me too, I have 4 guys I'm actually with. Me too, Diamond is just someone I met across my path. Guys, what are your thoughts about that? For me, I just felt like that was just a very, very desperate move. Yes, for her to have sent Diamond a voice note seeking validation, for her feelings or for her sentiments towards him. Guys, what do you think? It was in this final scene I really, really felt like hurting Swanky. Because guys, Swanky was so annoying. My God. Guys, Swanky was so annoying. This guy was so annoying. This girl was so annoying. There's another word for annoying. That was everything Swanky was in this final scene. I was so mad. Guys, Swanky was acting extremely childish, petty, Oh my God, nah. So in his typical fashion, he decided to, call the group together, to a meeting somewhere. They were doing something. I don't know the name of that thing they were doing. I can't remember at this point. Yeah, so he decided to call them together just to announce that Bonang, his dear friend, was no longer a part of the group. So he called everybody together and then he decided for silence to prevail, and then he made the announcement and said, her reasons were that, she felt like she was being ganged up in the group. She came the first time, people did not say hi to her. She came another time and then she had a fallout with Louis, blah, blah, blah. In other words, he now started blaming everybody and was kind of also blaming Louis for Bonang's exit. And I love what Zari said, that wait, hold on a second. What was she expecting? That we roll out a red carpet for her, that we treat her like what exactly? And I love the fact that Nadia, for the first time, guys, which was quite shocking, Nadia for the first time also, became very, very vocal in the whole situation.
Where I'm a bit annoyed is that Louis is the one that's got the back end of it. He looks like the creep. He looks like the misogynist.
He's going to speak. You are not his speaker to tell him to speak. He's not speaking. He's not speaking.
And I was so impressed because you could tell that regardless of the fact that she is a good friend to Swanky, she's loyal to the core, she did not allow her loyalty to lead her into stupidity and to behave, that ridiculously the way Swanky behaved. So she stood her ground. And then she made it known to the group that everything that happened, with Bonang, Louis was at the receiving end of it all. Completely loved the way Kanye put it, that Bonang is not used to having overachievers in a circle. Most of her friends are not overachievers like they are in that group. Everybody is a queen. Everybody is a king. So they don't care about who you are. If you behave as if you are the king of the world. The moment you step into that group, you have to come to everybody's level. Everybody rolls on the same frequency. And guys, that was nothing but the truth, because it just felt like, wait, was Bonang expecting everybody to kiss her ass or what? Was Bonang expecting everybody to bow down and worship her? On the flip side, I felt like there was more to this Bonang's exit that meets the eye. Yes, because number one, I've said it before, I felt like she literally overreacted in the whole Louis situation. The fact that she did not confront Swanky about his own version of the story Louis told him also goes to say a lot about her personality, about her character. Yes, and so I just felt like, nah, this is not just the only reason Bonang left. Nah, there's a lot more to it. And then Swanky overreacting, talking about, I'm going to defend my friend, even having a go at Nadia, his other friend, guys. It just went to show that, Swanky as well is just being loyal for the benefit of it all. I just felt like Swanky was just being loyal for the gains of it. Yeah, and Kanye said it, that Swanky is trying to suck up to Bonang, just to have another Annie in his circle. And guys, that was exactly what it looked like. So overall, for this entire episode, Swanky was just basically bitching around and was not pretty at all. Was not a good look at all. For one that calls himself the almighty Swanky Jerry. For one that calls himself the very powerful Swanky Jerry. For one that calls himself the very influential Swanky Jerry. He was just bitching around, and women don't even bitch around like that at all. Anyways, this is where I'm going to stop talking. Yes, this is where I'm going to end this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. I would love to hear your thoughts about this episode, so please go ahead and share in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video. Have an amazing day. Bye.